Jiggy cat on a damn killing spree. This is Nagato, and you can't mimic my energy. 100 rounds drawn and me hanging like a centipede.
Hey everyone, it's me, Nagato's Adventure. I hope you guys are having an awesome day for today. And as the title states, I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to disable H-Encore²'s trophy error message, or just this trophy error message in general. So if you ever used a program such as Advanced Account Switcher, or if you've been modding trophies for another account, you may get this little buggy error message, and it's quite annoying to always see. But for today, we're going to be using AutoPlugin.vpk and also a plugin called NoTrophyMsg will basically bypass this error, so you'll never see it again on your PlayStation Vita. With that being all out the way as well, we're going to go ahead and get started on today's prerequisites for the PlayStation Vita, and anything I state, just like in any of my other videos, will be in the link in the description down below. So first things first, you need a modded PlayStation Vita that's already hacked. So whether if you're using something like HENkaku, the Trinity exploit, H-Encore, H-Encore², as long as your PlayStation Vita or your PS TV even, you can still use this method on how to hack, basically to run this program. As well, your version of firmware really doesn't matter, as long if you're on a firmware such as 3.60, if you're using HENkaku, or if you're using 3.73, you're still fine for this process. If you're using something like H-Encore², as well, you need the latest builds of VitaShell. You also need the latest build of AutoPlugin. The plugin we're going to be using today is called NoTrophyMsg, so that plugin will be built in to AutoPlugin itself. As well, you need either a FileZilla FTP client, that program on your PC if you want to transfer files that way, or if you want to transfer files with a USB cable with VitaShell, you can do that as well. But for today, I'm just going to be using FileZilla FTP client since the file is not too large. But with that getting out the way of the prerequisites, I just want to go ahead and give a special thanks out to the Flow for making this plugin, and of course just making a multitude of hacks for the PlayStation scene, or I should say the PlayStation Vita scene. But don't forget, if you need any help, you could join the Discord in the link in the description down below. But let's go ahead and get started on the PC side of things. Alrighty guys, assuming that you did follow all the prerequisites as stated in the intro, what we're going to do now is get started on the PlayStation Vita side of things. So first things first, what you need to do already, or just to make sure you have, is VitaShell on your PlayStation Vita or your PS TV. If not, just go ahead and download the VPK in the link in the description down below. But what we need to do now is go ahead into VitaShell, and then what I'm going to do is showcase the error in live time. So as showcased here, here's the error that we are trying to fix. So it states you cannot earn trophies in this application. Do you still want to start this? So basically for this process, I'm just going to go ahead and say yes, but we're going to get this issue fixed in this video. So what we're going to do now is very simple. We're going to go ahead and hit start on our PlayStation Vita. And then whether if you want to transfer over via with a USB connection, make sure your USB cable is plugged into your PlayStation Vita to your PC. But since I'm going to be using Wi-Fi to transfer my files over, or via a FTP connection, make sure you toggle down using either your analog stick or left and right on your D-pad, and then go ahead and toggle right once so it's toggled to FTP, and then hit circle on your PlayStation Vita. And then once you hit select, your Wi-Fi should be on as well for this process. If not, you won't get an FTP server connection as well. Make sure your Wi-Fi is also set up on your PlayStation Vita. But as showcased here, here is the PlayStation Vita's IP address that we need to type in back onto the PC with something like FileZilla FTP client. So that's what I'm going to do here. You could use any FTP client of choice, but I just like to use FileZilla. But since our PlayStation Vita is on standby, let's go ahead to the PC to get AutoPlugin transferred over. Alrighty guys, as showcased here, we're back onto our PC. What you need to do now is go into my link in the description down below and download the latest build of AutoPlugin.vpk. There will be a link in the description down below. It will just auto download it to your PC. So all you got to do is just go to your downloads list and just drag it and drop it to your desktop. But what we're going to do now as well is open up FileZilla FTP client. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you already know that this is how I usually transfer files with my PlayStation Vita. If you don't know what FileZilla FTP client is, I will have that in the link in the description down below. You can just install it just like any other executable on Windows 10 or just any Windows PC computer. But what we need to do now is where it says our host and our port, we need to go ahead and type in our PlayStation Vita's IP. So right now my IP will be different than yours, but here is mine's right here, so just typing it in. And now for our port, it will always be 1337. So our ports will be the same, but our IPs will be different. So what we're going to do now, let me just maximize this on the screen, is just go ahead and hit quick connect. And what we want to do is drag our VBK file into UX0. So all I'm going to do is minimize this again, take AutoPlugin.vbk, transfer it over to UX0. And now, as showcased here where it says queued files, you can see that my file is transferring from my desktop to my PC. So I'm just waiting for it to do its thing. Now I'm going to go into UX0, and this is what I usually like to do, and just scroll all the way down until you find AutoPlugin.vbk, just to make sure your VBKs are now into one place. What we're going to do now is go back onto the PlayStation Vita, install this AutoPlugin.vbk, and also get this plugin set up. Alrighty, so as showcased here, we're basically back onto our PlayStation Vitas. What we can do now is hit circle to cancel out our FTP server. Now what we need to do is go ahead and scroll all the way down to UX0. Scroll all the way down till we see AutoPlugin.vbk. Just go ahead and hit X to install this package. I'm just waiting for it to do its thing. It's just going to ask if you want to basically, allow this to really install onto your system. So make sure just to hit X again. Now, I'm just waiting for it to do its thing, so hopefully it won't take too long. But once AutoPlugin.vbk is once installed onto your device, whether if you're using a PlayStation Vita or PS TV, we're going to get NoTrophyMsg, that actual plugin, installed. So I'm just going to wait till it hits 100. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. Alrighty, so it's done now. What we're going to do is just go ahead and hit our home button, exit out of VitaShell. Then from here, what we're going to do is go to AutoPlugin.vbk. Yours will be probably bouncing as a bubble, but if you're just updating your old one, it won't, showcase on the screen. But here is AutoPlugin.vbk. What I'm going to do now is just go ahead and hit start on AutoPlugin. And right now, it shouldn't take too long for it to load up. So I'm just waiting for it to boot in. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and install plugins for Vita. So hit X, install plugins. And now we're going to go ahead and scroll down until we see NoTrophyMsg by the official flow. So this is a plugin we're going to do for this process, and as showcased here, it just says this disables the trophy hit message when you launch applications whose save data are linked to a different account. Useful if you're constantly switching accounts, which I always do in my process. But what we're going to do now is just go ahead and install it. You can either install it to UX0 or UR0 by hitting the trigger buttons L and R, but I'm going to just keep my plugins to UR0, so that's what I'm doing here. So all you got to do is hit X. And now what we want to do is go ahead and hit start on our PlayStation Vitas, and then basically your PlayStation Vita will restart. So that's what I'm going to do here. Alrighty guys, so as showcased here, here's my PlayStation Vita. It has now successfully restarted. So what we're going to do is test if this plugin actually works. So what we're going to do now is just open up our PlayStation Vita. We're going to use any program. Let's just use VitaShell for this example. Let me go ahead and open it up. And now as showcased here, we won't get that pesky trophy error. What I'm also going to do now as well is just load up another app. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to load up here we're going to use MGBA, and then see there is no trophy error issues. I am now able to play any game I want. I could load up RetroArch just for one more example. But yeah, essentially this is how to get that pesky error out your way, and now you could play games on other accounts without having that little trophy error out always popping up in your face. With that being said, my name is Nagato and I'm signing out for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, please be sure to subscribe, and if you have any questions or concerns, please be sure to follow me in the link in the description down below, and I can answer your questions there, or join my Discord. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey everyone, it's me, Nagato's Revenge here. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. With that being out the way as well, I highly do recommend that y'all guys go ahead and follow my social media so you never miss any of the latest hacking guides and tutorials on my channel. By subscribing to me and hitting that notification button as well is another method on how you will know when I drop my latest content, whether it be for the Vita, PS4, PS3, and such and so forth. As well, if you want to be in the mix of things and you want to join my official community, you can join via the link right now showcased on the screen and join join my Discord that way. And if you do want to support my channel in any shape or form, you could become a patron. I will have a card right now. But with all of that getting out the way, hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Of course, I love the llamas.
Nice and silky smooth.